Peace, family. What's up? It's Chi Vital, and I'm back with another tool for your toolkit. I'm gonna wait for everyone to tune in. I know I just let y'all know I was gonna go live, and I know the notification has to go out. This is not gonna be like a really complicated video, but I did receive a lot of requests for this information, and so I figured I would give you something to work on and be prepared for the entirety of 2020, because this is definitely going to be something that you need to know how to do. All right, so go ahead and when you jump on, let me see those hashtags: HOC, hashtag occult college with a K, hashtag gang gang. All right, and don't forget to thumbs up this video. Do not forget to thumbs up this video. Peace, Anna. Peace, Margina. Hi, Shellbell. Aki, how you doing? How you feeling, love? I don't know if you had your surgery yet. What's up, Tamika? California Fresh, peace. Coley Chapman. Iliada. Brienda Reya. How you doing, love? All right. So, over the years, you'll know. Hey, Tweets in the building. All right, good. Over the years, you've noticed that there's going to be a lot of information regarding different gods and goddesses, different deities. And for the most part, where you get really involved, I would have to say from my own experience of watching you all would be when you start to draw yantras and you charge them up and you're setting up these altars. Okay? First, we want to talk about what an altar is, what is an altar space. So you have different types of altars. You have an altar that you can carry with you. You have an altar that's stationary in the house. And then you have some aspects of an altar which are really part of your being. This video is going to be talking about the altars that you set up in your homes. They're stationary. Okay? Partially mobile when we're talking about the yantras that you draw and you carry around with you. There's going to be some specific stuff regarding that. Some of you are newer to the community, so welcome and Happy New Year to you. Happy new fiscal year. 2020 is here. Day 3. I hope it's all going well for you and you have not fallen off the wagon already. What's the first thing? After you've set up your altar and you've done your work, let's start with something practical. You all did a lot of yantra work for the nityas. There were 15 nityas covered, and you also did a Sri Yantra for your dream house. You have all of these set up, and some of you are wondering, well, what am I supposed to do with all of this when we start moving forward? What am I supposed to do with all of this if I just need to stop and I want to work on something different? What am I supposed to do with all of this if I have this much space and I have a bunch of people coming over and I'm not going to be doing this work any longer? Or what am I supposed to do with all this stuff and I just want to put it away so that everyone's not in my business, but I want to do things properly? Because you have learned that these yantras are very, very powerful. And so, of course, there's a protocol, and I really appreciate the curiosity of those of you who have asked, well, how do I properly shift from one energy to another? Because while you're doing this work, it shows that you are definitely an occultist and you're building up the understanding that there's an etiquette in between our realms and how we work with one another. All right? The yantra in itself is a representation, it is a map of the light code of the deities that you're working with. So that is why they are very powerful and they are sacred tools. That is why when they're drawn, they're supposed to be drawn in a certain direction, sitting in a certain direction. They're supposed to be drawn in a certain environment, both physically and mentally. Um, and they are supposed to be handled with care. Okay? Um, let me just put out a practical question, right? So you're an occultist, or you're practicing your magic, or you're on your spiritual journey. Why should a piece of paper be treated like an inanimate object, be treated like something so precious, right? If in fact the energy that's supposed to be calling is so powerful, it can make shifts in your life, in your mind. Why is that? Why is the paper so important? You know, I think that that's a good question because it shows that you're still thinking. The relationship between you and something that you create should be one of which you have lots of care and reverence for it. Okay? It becomes part of the map for the deity to show up. When you are going to have a very important guest, I don't care if most times your house is a flying mess. That's your business. But when you want to have a specific type of guest and you want to invite a certain level of wealth and well-being into your home, you keep it a certain kind of way. It's much like when you're in a classroom and you're going to submit something you've written. You knew from an early age that you don't submit to your professor crumpled paper, right? So that's one of the things that represents you. This represents the value in which you have for yourself, firstly, because that's an important thing to understand as well. Deities don't have time to take things personally in a sense that we do as people. So if you want to present something that's crumpled or you create something in a wild environment, then that is the energy that you will call, or you won't be calling that deity at all. You would be calling other energies that can resonate with that type of energy. So that's why you want to treat the space and time in which you draw yantras with that level of reverence, because you do want to attract the energy in a welcoming space. Now, when it's time to shift, whether it's because you want to shift or the lessons are shifting, what you should prepare yourself with is a nice, durable folder. A beautiful, nice, durable folder. You all know that I'm particularly good at giving you tips on organizing things, right? Get yourself a folder for the different energies that belong in like the same family, which can help you in the future when you are going to do work on your own, or we're going to return to something and then go a little deeper into it. So for example, when we worked with Lalita, you should have drawn yantras instead of one, do not tear your yantras up. Don't do that. Don't tear them up, don't ball them up and throw them in the trash. Okay? There's a way. So you're going to take the ones that you're not using any longer. You're going to put them in a folder. Later on, if we're going to work with Lalita again, you can pull them out, open them up, and if you decide to continue practicing through your meditation drawing, that's fine. But remember, the more times that you use something, there's more residual energy. More residual energy, more residual energy means that it's going to be more powerful. Okay? So just get yourself a folder and put them in there. That's a group. When you started working with the Mahavidyas, right? They can go inside that folder. They belong to the same family. Exactly. Somebody Aki said she has a Vedic folder, a Vodun folder, and one for Yantras, one for Veves. It's a perfect example. You even can go further into categorizing through your Vedic stuff. There were deities that you learned are for protection. There are deities that you learn that are for wealth building. There are deities that you learn are for health and beauty and making you glow. You see what I'm saying? So then when you're like, all right, I got this situation going on, apply your science. This is how you empower yourself in your practice. This is how you start to build your own grimoire through the work you're learning in occult college. Okay? All right. So that's how you put away the yantras. If indeed you need to get rid of what you have, you will learn this year a specific ceremony for releasing these yantras into fire. Not tearing them up, but into fire. And there's a deity that you'll be introduced to for that. So for now, get yourself a folder, close the folder, put it away with the rest of your homework. You have your journals, you have your notebooks, you're building yourself a library. The next thing is as far as the energy in your home. All right? I don't know if you have carpet or you have hardwood floors or you're working with a concrete floor. But some materials you want to have on hand are ammonia, creolin, Florida water. And if you don't have that, or you do have that, you can also add to the list La Bomba. I'm going to put those in the chat. All right? So we have creolin, Florida water, ammonia, La Bomba. All right? The other things that you want to have for certain are some resins. So frankincense is popular and it's a win-win. We deal with some energies that are very potent. Some of you are used to smudging. Smudging is something you can do on a regular basis. Frankincense is very strong and it's good for banishing. It's also good for as an antidepressant as well. It's also good as an antimicrobial. So is sage. So I will put sage in here, but resins are really powerful for some of those icky energies that want to stick around. Okay, and you can also use copal. Now, I'm putting those names there. I need to put specifically, I'm talking about the resins. Because with the incense that you get in your stores, they're not, they're going to be rolled with other things and they're not in its purest form. And then there's so many variations of what's real good quality and what's not. You can't fake the resin, get the resins. If you don't, I can't even imagine it. I don't care where you are in this world now. If you're actually watching these YouTube videos, you can find yourself a way to get frankincense resin, copal resin. Sage is not a resin. It is an herb. All right? And this is where you will be using fire to burn those in the area. Okay? So with the creolin, the Florida water, ammonia, La Bomba. La Bomba can be used. I don't use La Bomba by itself. I do add a few of those items to it. But you can use it by itself to clean the area. You're ready to set your altar up for a new lesson. When you are not necessarily working with any energy in particular, but you still want to maintain an area as a space for your spiritual work, a simple fresh white cloth, a glass of clear water, a clear white candle. If you want to light it, that's up to you, but you don't need to. Okay? Can definitely keep that space cool and clear. All right? Having some type of plant in the area helps it to stay grounded as well. So for the most part, I think like that's all. Let me know if you have any other questions regarding how do I shift from one energy to another. I'm going to scroll. Some of you were speaking and I didn't get to read it, so let's see. Part of who I am, and I'm calling forward to part of my workshop excellence. Right, y'all. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. One more thing I wanted to add to the conversation is that by now, you all are familiar with like gateway openers, messengers. So Lord Ganesha, in the Vedic system, you guys haven't worked with the other one, his brother, as much. But there's also, we have talked about Papa Legba, but that's not really the basis of this platform. But those two in particular are gateway keepers. So even when you're not working with anyone in particular, you may want to keep your Lord Ganesha on the altar, because whoever you're bringing in, you will continue to have that relationship with them as you're walking and you've activated these energies inside of you. Now we're talking about the altar that is yourself, that is within you. Those light codes have had a relationship and dance with you, and that's why you're able to have visions, get downloads, and so forth. So you keep your Lord Ganesha on that altar. You're not necessarily doing any work. You're not asking him for anything. You're just keeping that energy present, and that's fine. Throughout the year, now your dream house is much like people. A lot of people like to build vision boards at the beginning of the year to rewrite or give themselves a point of focus of what they want to create. Your dream house, you should keep that in a safe place. If you have a table, you can put it right underneath the table. Keep that around for the year. Keep that around for the year. The Sri Yantra is inside of it, and the Sri Yantra has all of the deities inside of it. But you would have to activate them individually. So you're fine. It also represents the universe. So keep your house in a safe place, okay? And you can keep your house right there under your altar or on the side of your altar, however your space is. You have one of those little like tray tables that you've created a mini altar, put it right underneath there. Because all the work that you're going to be doing, that's just part of your subconscious mind. You created that. You created that physical form of your subconscious mind and what it is that you desire to manifest and draw to you for this year. So keep it present. That should have answered your question. Iliada. What do we do with the grid? The grid. Which grid are you talking about, Irma? And if the grid is the dream house, then I guess I answered that question. All right. Well, I'm just waiting to see if there's any further questions. Recommendations on storing statues. Oh, the crystal grid. Yeah, the crystal grid, you can put the stones away. You can keep your, I don't know where you guys keep your stones. Sometimes they become friends of plants. Put them in whatever plants you have. Yeah, stones are intelligent. They'll take care of themselves. And the grid is done. You just pick them up, clear it away. Pine cones, you can either save your pine cone or you can return it to the earth. All right. Thanks, Margina. See, look at that teamwork. You're welcome, Tamika. All right, yeah. So that's it. Also with the stones, yeah, stones are cool. Stones are a nice, cool gift too. Like if you feel like you've accumulated too many stones and you really feel like it's time to part ways with them, you can bury them. You can leave them in different places. Go and connect with Earth again. Be thankful. Release it. Someone or something will find it, or you can give it away. All right. So, thank you for everyone who tuned in tonight. And for those of you who got your consultations for 2020, shouts out to you guys with the super clarity moving forward. Shirley said, there's like 30 something of you guys, there's only 18 likes. You know, as you tune in and you sign on, if this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to thumbs up this video. Go ahead and share it with anyone that you think can use this information. We're trying to get HOC channel to break through that 1K. So all the shares are welcome. And I will be seeing you all soon. So enjoy the rest of your break before the lessons begin. And make sure you have those materials so that when it's time to start, you're clean and clear. Yes, the meditation bundle there are 2 meditation bundles. I'm selling one, which is the I'm charging it with Ganesha, Lord Ganesha. And Terrain has one. I think he has one with the meditation beads. I'm selling one with a prayer mat. So Rachel, so you understand. That is available at my shop until midnight for $70 because usually the mats are $50 and the beads are $50. So that is a $30 discount. So you can get started. And I chose to work with Lord Ganesha for that, so that like I said, he's an opener. So why not give you something that is rather safe for beginners and inviting. I particularly love Lord Ganesha. He's very, very quick to assist with breaking down any obstacles. And one of those obstacles this year is for you all to keep up with your practice. So go figure. All right. So I won't keep you long. Enjoy your evenings. Enjoy your weekend. You're strong in. Hang in there. Stay positive, y'all. And I'll see you supernatural, super powerful, superhuman, super lovable individuals soon. Peace, love, and bliss. I'm out.